Hello, Amara is probably going to join us. Hi, everybody. I'm sorry again, had to redo this. Amara joined us and then she let me know that my volume was not working. So here I am. I'm going to talk to you. This is what I'm going to do, class. I am going to talk about a few things for our class. This is what we're going to do is we are going to this is week 2, and I will be talking to you about language and delivery skills. The second thing is we are going to discuss about profile speech. What is this profile speech all about? And what is it that, what are the requirements? What do you need to do for your profile speech? I'll talk all about that. And the third thing that I'm going to talk about is I'm going to give you a feedback of week 1 and just generally tell you how week 1 went. Okay, so without much wasting any more time, I am now going to show you my slide here. Okay, here we go. Share profile speech. Here I'm just going to all right, here. So class, here. So the profile speech, whenever this word profile comes to your mind, I don't know, at least for me, I think about, talking about myself. All right. So when I set up my profile on, let's say, Facebook or a professional account like LinkedIn, I will probably give you a little bit of a description of myself with my picture there. Okay. So that's why I thought about a profile speech. Now, for your first speech, which was the speech of introduction, you already did a speech of introduction where you talked about who you are, where you're from, and one interesting thing about you. Okay, so you've already done that. Okay, that's done. Week 1, that was done. This time you have to take it even further. Okay, each time you have to even take it further, and you need to now talk about an aspect of your aspect of your life that kind of shows who you are. Okay, then but the way you approach it is going to be interesting. Okay, so I'm going to ask you to choose any one. I repeat, you're going to choose any one theme. Okay, so the 3 themes that you have, I'm going to my second slide here. Just 1 second, class. I'm going to really quickly check whether Amara has joined. Amara was there here, and she kind of told me that she wasn't able to hear me, but no, she hasn't joined just yet. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. So just go to the screen here. Okay. So no, she hasn't joined us yet, but she was there. I hope I didn't lose her. Okay. So here we are. For your profile speech, you can choose any of these themes. You can choose disguise, or you can choose silence, or you can choose resilience. Okay. So I'll talk about each of these themes. Basically, what you need to do is you can choose either disguise, silence, or resilience. And then once you choose your theme for the speech, you will need to write a 500-word story slam. Okay, so basically you choose any of these themes and you need to tell me a story about yourself. I need to know a story about yourself. So I'm going to go to the first theme, which is disguise. Here I'm changing the slide. I just want to check real quick and see whether you're able to see the slide or not. Yes, you are. Okay, and hopefully you're able to hear me, because okay, yeah, you should be able to hear me now. Okay, here we go again. All right, so the first theme that we are going to talk about is disguise. Disguise is, you can, in life, sometimes we take on a disguise. It could happen. It could be, Halloween's coming, so it could be a physical disguise when you've dressed up as something or someone. You always wanted to maybe look like Batgirl, or maybe look like, I'm just thinking about superheroes right now, but some person or some superpower that you always wanted to look like. Okay, tell us if you've done that. It could be a physical disguise, okay, that you've taken, um, uh, uh, or it could be a mental disguise. Okay, maybe you can say that maybe you were asked to join a ballet class. Okay, your mother maybe put you in a ballet class. You were not interested in that, but you put on a disguise to please her. We've done that in life, right? Or you tried to be the sensitive woman or a man, which you are not. Okay, to maybe please somebody or to get somebody's attention. It could be possible, right? We've a disguise that we've taken. Okay, tell us an interesting story. Spin a story. All right, tell us interesting 5 minute story that that kind of talks about the disguise you have taken in life. All right. The second theme is let's just give me a second. I'm feeling a little bad because I just lost Hamara, and I just want to know whether she's able to see me. She was so sweet and she came to class, and feel bad. 1 second. Okay, 1 second here. I'm just going to quickly see where she is. 1 minute here. I hope she didn't. Okay, Hamara, I'm waiting for you. Don't even know her number. Let me see. 1 second, class. Send email. Hamara. Oh, there she is. Okay. Okay, just sent an email to her. She was there. All right. Okay. And I hope she can join us. Okay. So here we go. So okay, going back to, I'm going to do screen share here. Okay. So that's the first theme is disguise, as I mentioned. Okay. The second theme is, again, I'm telling you, this is a choice. It's a choice that you have. Okay. You don't have to do it, but you don't have to do 3 of those themes. You just need to choose one. You could either do disguise, or you choose silence, or you choose resilience. The second one that I'm discussing right now is silence. Hey, Amara, nice to have you back. I just sent you an email saying that I lost you. Nice to have you back, Amara. Okay, so the second theme that I'm going to talk about is silence. Okay, so this could be about a time where you tell me a 5 minute story about the time when you felt that you were silenced. All right, you felt that that you were hushed. You felt that somebody asked you to hold your tongue. Okay, it doesn't have to be serious. It could be something silly, where you had to maybe plead the amendment about your let's say your friend's or sister's boyfriend, or you really didn't get to tell how your friend looks after a haircut. Okay, so you had to silence yourself. Or it could be any situation in life where you felt that you could not speak your mind. Okay, so give us a 5 minute story about that. Okay, the third story is the third theme. I'm sorry, the third theme is resilience, and you can see that in the current times, this is a very challenging time, right? And we are constantly testing ourselves. This is a new normal that we are in, and we are actually trying to be as flexible and as adaptable as possible, right? So that's, I just wanted to create a situation for you. But in life, you you can talk about a story where you really pushed yourself to get something. Not all stories are successful. Not all your efforts are successful. It's perfectly okay for you to tell me that, Professor, I really, or tell the story to the audience that I really worked hard on this particular goal. I really tried to work hard on this math class, but you know what? Ultimately, I couldn't ace the class. That's fine. I crashed. Okay, that's fine, as long as you tell us your story and your journey through it. Okay. So it's okay if it could be running a marathon. All right. It could be acing a dance class. It could be taking up a new challenge. Some story, some episode in your life where you really pushed yourself. Okay. So that's the third theme. That's resilience. Okay. So again, you could choose disguise, you could choose silence, or you could choose resilience as your theme, and then spin a 5-minute story, going to the basics of what you need to do. So basically, you can see that I have a word limit. It's a 500 word limit. Okay, your story, your speech, your story should have introduction. It should have a body. It should needs to have a conclusion. Okay, so it's a 500 word story, and this is what you need to do. I'll tell you why I told you that it's a 500 words limit. Typically, if you're not a very fast speaker, or if you're not a very slow speaker, and you have a reasonably good control over the language, English here, then research has shown that we speak about 100 words per minute. Okay, if you have a good control over your content. So if it's 100 words per minute, and you have only 5 minutes as your talking time, I would say it's 500 words. Okay. Now I'm not going to count the number of words. I'm not going to do that. 500 words is a guideline for you. Okay. So if you're way less than 500 words, then you know that you will not be able to fill in those 5 minutes. And if you're way above than 500 words, then you will be going over time. In terms of your speech, 4 minutes, 30 seconds, it's fine. For 5 minutes, 30 seconds is okay. 30 seconds under or 30 seconds above is fine. Anything under 4 minutes, 30 seconds, not fine. Anything above 5 minutes, 30 seconds, not fine. Okay. So 500 words, it's kind of is a guide for you. All right. Now you may be having like, you can fit in 700 words, and if you can fit it in 5 minutes, fine, go ahead. And I can understand you. You're not going super fast. You're working on your delivery and everything, and you have 700 words and you put it in 5 minutes. That's fine with me. Okay. Now, what I want you to do, important things. Okay. Everybody needs to have an index card. Index card is the size of this. Index card is not this, not this. I have students who come with big, I just grabbed my daughter's paper. So it's not this. Index card is this. Okay. And you need to position yourself. I'll show you here. You don't need, I don't need to see a half bust as you're seeing. And I don't need to see you like this. Okay. Not like this. You need to be this. And I'll try. I did not prepare for this one. Otherwise I would have shown, and my room is not that big. So it is that big, but I didn't prepare for this. But you need to now go back. Okay. I'm at least 7 feet away. All right. I'm at least 7 feet. You can see till this point. It would have been, let me just go. All right. Amplify your voice. Amplify like you would do in a big room. Amplify your voice. Use your note cards. You should have index cards. Okay. Move around. Make sure the lighting is appropriate. Make sure the room is lit so that I can see you. I have seen people recording in dark places. You have five to 6 note cards. Move it around. All right. Shuffle it and talk to the audience. See, I'm using my hand gesture and talking to you. have your note cards ready, okay? Each note cards or index cards needs to be, you can have 5 note cards, you have 5 minutes, and you can have 5 to 6 words per note card, okay? You need to practice your speech as many times so that it becomes a part of you. It needs to, you need to show that you are having a conversation with the audience, okay? So, important thing, speech writing, yes, you'll be writing your speech and giving it to me, submitting it to me, yeah, on discussion forum. That's speech writing, all right? Now with delivery, what am I going to see? I'm going to see your eye contact. I'm going to see your body movement, your gesture, your vocal modulation, all of that. I'm going to see all of that, okay? So you need to do all of that when you're delivering your speech. Okay. Okay. So since we have Amara here, and she's our only representative of the student body here, I want to ask a question to Amara. Amara, do you have any questions for me? Or do you think any question, maybe somebody else may have a question. Do you have a question?
I don't think so, but I think I have a question for the speech itself. So I choose either disguise, silence, or resilience, and then just come up with like either personal or like something like made up for the speech.
Yeah, okay, good. So yes, I'm glad that you asked, and through Amara's question, all of you will be able to also, have a similar question. So I'm glad that she's asked this question. Amara, you need to choose either disguise or silence or resilience, not the 3 of them. Okay. No, not 3, just
Okay.
1. It could be either disguise, silence, or resilience. The story has to be, this is a profile speech, and the story has to be your personal story. Maybe you can say, maybe a disguise that you took in life to please somebody, something that you were not. I don't know, maybe in life, or you could talk about a situation in life, if you're doing silence, where you were silenced. You wanted to say something and you had to hush up. Doesn't have to be serious. It could be as funny as pleading the fifth for your sister's boyfriend, or if a friend had a bad haircut, you really couldn't go and tell your friend that, so you had to silence yourself. Could be funny as well. Disguise could be a physical disguise that you took on. You always wanted to be the super Batwoman. Okay. What are you planning to go out during Halloween, Amara?
No, I have
No?
Yeah, so no.
Okay. All right. So what you can, think about your favorite costume or something that you always wanted to be. That could be a physical disguise. It could also be a mental disguise. Maybe somebody in your life may have asked you to take a ballet class that you didn't want to, but you did it to please somebody else, because somebody, maybe your family member or something, some disguise, okay, that you took. Or you pretended to be the sensitive girl, all right, to please somebody else, all right. So it could be a mental disguise or a physical disguise. Silence. And I just talked to you about silence. Or you could share a story about a time when you really worked hard to get something in life. Okay. Really. And it doesn't have to be success. You don't have to be successful. It could be a math class that you took and you maybe aced it, maybe you didn't. It could be a marathon. It could be learning how to cook, something where you really pushed yourself. Okay. So you know your story. I want to hear, I know who Amara is. I know, where she's from. One interesting thing, I already know that in speech of introduction, you've already done that. Okay. Now I want to know maybe a little bit about a disguise that Amara has taken in her life, all right? Or a situation where she's been silenced. Okay, so share that as a 5-minute story.
Okay.
Okay. Today, what I'll do is I'm going to show you how to do that writing, how to do a story. I'm going to show you a sample speech, and we're going to talk about that. Okay. Okay. All right. So next is we did talk about all of this. I told you, so these are the guidelines here. Yeah. So I think I covered all of this. What was I going to talk about? Next. Okay, so maybe to stop sharing and just go here. So screen, share screen. Okay, then okay, here I think I should do this. Okay, so here we go. Announcements. Okay, so the next thing. Okay, I'm going to cover the details so that you don't get lost, class, and then I will teach you how to do a profile speech. Okay. So here I'm not going to do it this way. So I'm actually on your profile. All right. So where are the assignments and everything posted? Come on, why is this happening? Okay, announcements. Okay. All right. So once you get on your homepage, this is what you see. Okay. And once you write the speech, okay, 500-word speech, intro, body, conclusion, once you write that, you go to week 2. I have closed week 1, so no one will be able, and it's not visible to you. It's visible to me, but I've hidden it from you. You will not be able to see this because that's done. I don't want to confuse with too many clutter, so that's done. Now we are in week 2. So you go to see the left side of the panel. Week 2 is where you need to go. Now the PowerPoint that I just showed you, I have sent you as an email. It should be there as an email attachment. But you should also be able to get it on your Blackboard. So if you go to PowerPoint instructor, that's where your profile speech details have been posted. Okay. Now I'm just going to week 2 discussion forum. Once you click week 2 discussion forum, it takes you here. All right. It takes you here. And I think that's how you should be able to see it. That's a student view. Let me just see whether it's a student view or not. Edit mode is on. Yeah, that's a student view. Okay. So then once because we are on week 2, so you click this, all right, you click it and you get my instructions. So I said, post your written profile speech here. That's it. You already worked on it. You wrote your 500-word profile speech. You hit reply, and then you either put it here on this box or you attach it and put it. It just comes to me and it's visible to everybody. Okay. So I'm going to do cancel right now. I just showed it to you. Okay. So this is where you need to submit your written profile speech when the deadline is Saturday, 5 p.m. All assignments are, all your written all your assignments are posted by you need to send it by 5 p.m. on Saturdays. And then if you have a speech, because your class is so condensed, you practically see every week you're doing a speech. Okay, so last week you had a speech, this week again. It's not going to be easy. It's an 8-minute class. I'm sorry, it's an 8-week class. So there's a lot that is packed in. Okay, so even this week you have a speech that's due on Sunday. Okay, so first thing, in terms of the assignment, you write your speech, you have to work on that, you write your speech, and then you post it here. Okay. Once you do that by 5 p.m. on Saturday, which is the day, what's the day for Saturday? Okay, so 31st, October 31st, you get this done, and then go to Go React. Okay. Here, I will just do it right now with you. Then you go to Go React. Oh, good. Okay, and it's asked me to log in. There's so many emails, so many passwords and everything. Okay, so go to Go React. Once you go to Go React, you only see student interaction. I'm going to create an assignment for you. All right, so I'm going to call this profile speech dress rehearsal. Okay, it's a dress rehearsal. All right, profile speech dress rehearsal. I am making it semi-private. So yeah, I have actually, you know what, this one, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, this is semi-private, and the due date for this one is October 31st, Saturday, and by 5 p.m. 5 p.m. Okay, so yeah, so this is what I have now created the assignment. Now you'll see this. You can see, you are able to see this. So due 31st October Dress rehearsal. So this, once you submit your profile speech, okay, remember, you go to a Blackboard, I just showed you, go to the discussion forum, submit your written profile speech. Go to Go React. Next thing, go to Go React, click this, you see this on Saturday, October 31st by 5 p.m. Let me make a change here. Let me say, so by 5 p.m. So I just say by 5 p.m. 5 p.m. So that, yeah. So go here and click this. Okay, click here and submit your, just do, you should be, but before that, you should be, reading your speech number of times, practicing it a number of times, and then create your speech, just like you did your speech of introduction. Go submit your speech video on October 31st, the next thing. So you do this, you go there and you submit it, then you go back and see, review, see what didn't work well, see where you're getting stuck, see how you can change maybe your example, see whether you can change your positioning, see whether you can change, whether anything needs to be changed in terms of lighting, in terms of speech organization. It could be content level, it could be technique level, okay? It could be anything. Watch it, see whether you can, you are a best version of yourself in your speech, okay? So, and then I'm creating another assignment. On Sunday, I repeat, profile speech, final take. Okay, this is the final take. I'm making it close peer review, available. Due date is November 1st by 5 p.m. Okay, so this is November 1st by 5 p.m. I created an assignment here. So final take, dress rehearsal. Let me just change this by 5 p.m. Okay. Okay, so by 5 p.m. you go back. On next day, Sunday, you go back and record your 5-minute speech with the changes that you've made. Maybe you were so good in your dress rehearsal speech that you don't really need to make changes and you just go ahead and post the same thing. I don't know, maybe. Doesn't matter to me. As long as you take a decision whether you think you need to make some changes or not. If you think you don't need to make a change, post the same thing. It doesn't matter to me. But this kind of gives you an opportunity for you to see where things went wrong, like a rough draft, and then final take. Okay, so this is your assignment. All right. So now what I'm going to do is, Amara, is it too late for you? Or okay, is it? Are you okay? I mean, you don't. Okay, all right. I'm sorry. It's 10:30. All right. That's so fine. Okay. So okay. All right. So I will stop sharing this right now, and then I will go to screen share, and now I will show you. This is what I'm going to do, class. I think I queued it for you, but again, I may have lost it. So wait 1 second. Yeah. So now I'm going to play a 5-minute speech for you. Okay. I'm going to play a 5-minute speech for you. It's not the same speech. It's it's a 5-minute speech, and I chose a 5-minute speech to kind of show you how much you can fit in a 5. It's a little more than 5 minutes. Okay, it's like 5 minutes, maybe 30 seconds. Okay, but I'm going to show you a 5-minute speech, and it's a funny speech. I've queued it for you. It's not by any famous person. All right. She's just, she participated in this competition and she actually got an award for her 5-minute speech. I want to show you because it kind of shows a funny incident in her life, all right? And how she presents a story about a funny incident that happened in her life. And she just has about 5 minutes to present. So that's the reason I chose it for you, because you guys are also, you just have 5 minutes and you have to pack a whole lot of things maybe in those 5 minutes. So we're going to watch this speech and then we're going to discuss. So I am going to have already queued it for you. It's this is the speech. I'm not going to tell you a whole lot about the speech, but I want you to watch the speech right now. So here we go. Share, new share. Let's see. Yeah, you are here, and I will now play it for you.
in some legends, if you're like to kind of sit back, not take credit, remain in the shadows. In college, that was me. I grew up in Northeast Philly, which has a very specific working class kind of culture. But I got a scholarship to go to the University of Pennsylvania, which has a very Ivy League culture, which is very different. We literally did not understand each other. The Penn kids were using words that I didn't understand, like consulting. I was using words that they didn't understand, like water. The uniform was different. Where I grew up, it's very simple. We dress according to season. In the fall, it's the Eagles shirt. In the spring, it's a Philly shirt. And you save your best jersey for church on Sunday. Add gray sweatpants, fake gold nameplate necklace, you're good. But at Penn, it was different. First of all, nobody's jewelry was fake. Everybody was wearing these shirts that said Patagonia. I didn't understand. I was like, is that a country? Is everyone going there on vacation? Is it like a souvenir shirt? There were so many pants with small animals printed on them. And guys would carry these long wooden handled umbrellas, walking across campus, swinging them jauntily like Mr. Peanut. I was like, who carries an umbrella? Just put your hoodie up. The menu was different. I kept being confronted with these foods that I didn't know how to eat, like edamame beans. I'd be eating the shells, like, oh, fibrous, Someone's like, there's a bowl, they go in the bowl. No, for the first time in my life, I was told that pasta is not healthy. And in the dining hall, there were girls who were not going up for seconds. I was like, no, it's all you can eat, Go ahead. Let's do it. I lived in a high-rise apartment building dorm, and there were a lot of conveniences of things that I hadn't grown up with, like a microwave. It wasn't like I'd never seen a microwave, but I didn't have a lot of experience with using one because we had never had one. So I was really excited to experiment with microwavable foods. One night, late, probably one of the last nights before finals, middle of winter, I pull out a bag of frozen super pretzel, soft pretzels, really excited to make a microwaved pretzel for the first time in my life. So I glanced down at the bag, 3 minutes, put the pretzel in, just enough time to listen all the way through to Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You. Big hit at the time. So just as Mariah is getting to the last you, I notice a burning smell. And the microwave beeps, I open it up, smoke pours out, the apartment is filled with smoke, it's black, it's hazy, I can't breathe, I can barely see, but just through the haze, in the microwave is a charred, blackened lump of pretzel that should have been in for 3 minutes, for 30 seconds, not 3 minutes. And this is a piece of cultural information that I would have had if I'd grown up with a microwave, but instead that part of my brain was probably taken up with a 67 SEPTA bus schedule. Smoke is filling up the apartment, so I go over to the window, but we live on the 7th floor. And I have this fear of being near open windows in high places in case I lose my senses and decide to jump out. So I can't open the window. I go back to the microwave, but there's smoke everywhere, over to the window. I have to open it, I can't, I have to open it, I can't. There's a knock at the door. My neighbor John needs to borrow milk for his cereal. So I open the door and there he is, like a polo shirt clad Oliver Twist with his dry bowl of cereal. And he says, what is going on? Smoke billowing around me, rushes out into the hallway. The fire alarm is in the hallway. The fire alarm goes off. We live in a 24-story building. It is 1:30 a.m. It is the last night of finals. Everyone is either asleep because the exam that they're taking tomorrow determines whether or not they get into med school, or if you're me, cramming 3 months worth of unattended classes fueled only by Mountain Dew Code Red. But RAs are knocking on doors, people are being evacuated, everyone's being sent out, and the elevators are not working because the alarm went off. And I'm a little worried because if there's one thing I've learned about Penn kids by now, they do not love to be inconvenienced. So I run down 7 flights to the lobby. I get to the front desk, I'm like, it was me, I set off the alarm, just turn it off, it's fine. But they just point and the firemen are coming in the front door. And I look the other way and swarms of students are coming out from the stairwell, going outside to form a mob of 1,200 angry students in pajamas and underwear in the dead of winter, ready to kill the idiot who set off the fire alarm. So I try and blend in for just about 5 seconds, but my eyes are darting and my body's quivering and I know they're gonna find me. I don't know if there's a witness protection program in the Ivy League. So I go the only place there is to go. And that means that John, with his dry bowl of cereal, has to lead the firemen to the microwave pretzel because I am hiding in the stairwell, burying my face in my gray sweatpants because I'm afraid of being up in high places and I don't know how to use a microwave and I still don't know where and what Patagonia is. The microwave pretzel incident of 2002 became a bit of a legend in our class, so much so that it still would come up in conversation years later, even though most people didn't know that I was to blame. But now, if I run into an old classmate and we're reminiscing and that story comes up, I will say, yo, that was me. Because you know what? If being different made me a legend, hey, I'll take it. Thank you.
One second, I'm just going to stop it, otherwise it's going to rerun. Okay, stop.
Please welcome to
All right. So okay. So you watched the speech, and it's just about a little more than 5 minutes, but you could see the amount of information that was packed in her speech. And I would say, I don't know, you can think about a theme for this one. What theme do you think? I think somebody who was different. Okay. Who was different than the rest. She wasn't trying to fit in. She was different than the rest, and it's a 5-minute story about how she was trying to, her first experience in college, in Ivy League college, and the clash of the cultures happened. So yeah, it was just a 5-minute story, and you can see, you can look at her introduction, you can see her word choice, you can look at the conclusion, you can actually go over the speech and see what she did. What did she do? So in the introduction, what did she do? If we look at her introduction, she, kind of starts her speech by saying, that the fact that kind of makes she's very funny, right? The whole speech is funny, and says that she was now put into a culture which she had no idea about. Okay, and then she talks about Patagonia, that kind of shifts that word all around through the body, and it emerges in the conclusion. And in the so basically she kind of right at the beginning she kind of did she had just about maybe a minute worth of introduction, a minute or two, and she kind of whets the appetite of the audience. It's like, okay, what is she going to say now? What is she going to say? She's going to talk about her experience, like she was this girl who was used to this kind of culture, and she's now put into this new place, Ivy League school. What does she go through? So she kind of whets your appetite with that, and then she tells you the story. Did you see her her word choice? Her word choice was so descriptive. The microwave, the haze, the black, the cold, the winter, all the words that she had chosen was very pretty powerful in trying to create. She didn't use any visuals. She just painted a picture through her words. And in the conclusion, she said, hey, you know what? Next, I became quite famous because everybody remembers this story of just before the finals, the fire alarm worked, and people were like, who's this idiot? Some people know that it was me. And if tomorrow, if I have a conversation with somebody, I'll say that, yeah, I'll be proud to say it was me. Yeah, okay, fine. Because I was different. All right. So that's how she ends with. She doesn't end the conclusion with a typical conclusion that we do, like a summarizing of the speech. She doesn't do that. You can see a 5-minute speech. You really don't have the time to summarize. What you do in a 5-minute speech, you kind of provide your insight. Is what through all this experience that you talked about, what insight did you get? She says that tomorrow, if I have to talk about this incident with a friend, I'll be proud. I wasn't proud then. I'll be proud and say, you know what? Yeah, it's a story about somebody who was different. And so she leaves you with an insight. All right. So it's a quick introduction, maybe a 1-minute introduction where she talks about. She kind of whets your appetite. She gives she creates a suspense for you and invites you into the discussion. Her body is the whole experience, the whole story about the microwave incident and the pretzel, and she does that. And in the third, it's her insight. So you can see the way it's divided and the way language has been used. So kind of language that has been used is I think she really connects with I think she connects with anybody. You don't have to be a student. Yeah, sure, if you're a student, you'll say that, hey, she's talking about me. You live in a dorm, you say, hey, she's talking about me, or she's talking about my roommate. Yeah, that there'll be a different kind of connection. But even I am able to connect with her. I used to be a graduate a student, and I used to live in the dorm, so I can connect with her. The kind of words that she used, the kind of the RA knocking at the door, all of that is she creates a bond with us, right? This is a typical situation. So that's her language is not, and it's not very is something that we can all relate to. It's not very verbose. She has her own unique style. She builds her delivery with her vocal modulation. You can see that. The faster she's saying, the anxiety, the fact that she's scared, talking about the vertigo, all of that hiding. And then she's so funny. She talks about this talks about her neighbor, who her flatmate or apartment mate, who comes in with his polo shirt, asking for a bowl of milk. And there's humor there. So the description of people, all of that, is she creates these characters, funny characters, stock characters in her speech. So you could see that within 5 minutes, she really crammed in a lot of information, and it wasn't as if we were. I don't think her pace was too fast, or I think I enjoyed her speech. She is actually she is one of the winners of storytelling. All right. So yeah, so that's the speech that I want to talk about now. What I'll do, class, and I really don't want to do this because I want you to have your own voice, but I will probably, what I'll do is I will I'll post a sample profile speech for you, all right, on a discussion forum that may help you. I don't want you to emulate it or copy it or look at just you can see I have this speech for you right now. I have discussed the speech in terms of language and style and delivery, and you can also look at, I'll also post a sample profile speech for you, all right? So yeah, so and the last thing that I want to discuss with you is your week 1. So what I have done, class, is I'm going to really go to co-react very quick, and I'm still in the process of grading your Go React speeches. Here we go. I am looking at student introduction. Wait 1 second here. So here, I just want to see whether you're able to see this or not. Yeah, you are. Okay. So here we are. So this is how I have done, class. Okay. So let's say this is Abdul Razak's student of introduction speech. So I heard his speech.
Hi, my name is Abdul Razak Samana, and I'm originally.
I'm going to pause his speech, and this is, I have given him a feedback. So all of you will expect a video feedback from me. And what I did is I watched your speech, I gave you a video feedback, and I haven't finished all of you, so I'm still in the process of grading. And then I went to Blackboard and I checked your discussion post. I read your discussion post. I have in my videos, I have comments about your discussion post, and then I've graded you. Okay, so that's how I've seen, that the fact that you've posted, how many of you've responded to peers, how are you responding to peers? Is it just a good, bad, or have you really taken the discussion even further? Have you asked insightful questions? Is your comments insightful to your peers? I've looked at all of them in order. So this I'm going to show you this is what I have done for Abdul. I'll just show this to you, and this just show you. Hi Abdul, thank you for your speech of introduction. Wow, the most interesting thing about me, struck me the most, is that you have lived in 3 different countries in the last 3 years. So you've won. Okay, you get the drift, right? So everybody should have a video from me with the feedback on your speech introduction, and this video will cover how you did in your speech of introduction, and also my comments on your discussion post, okay? I haven't finished it, I'm still grading it, okay? So some of you will have it, some of you will not have it, but hopefully I should be able to finish it by this week. All right, so go back here. So here, class, what I want you to do is going back here for your profile speech, and here for your profile speech, okay, on the final day, you create your video, right? You do your final take and you post it here. What you have to do is, if you look at your discussion forum, this is what I've discussed with you. 1 second here. Where did your discussion forum go? Now, wait 1 second. Stop share. Stop share. Share. Okay. Yeah. So I'm here in your, let's say, week 2 discussion forum. I have seen, this is what I've said. First thing, read chapter 4, section 17, importance of practicing delivery, and chapter 11. Okay. You need to do that, language and delivery. This is all this. And I want you to read the PowerPoint on profile speech. I mentioned it here. Profile speech, please review profile speech and write. First job, first write your profile speech. Choose a topic for your profile speech. I've mentioned disguise, silence, or resilience, 500 words, story slam. It should have introduction, body, conclusion. Submit your written speech in this discussion forum, okay? Now, next, go to Go React. Once you submit it here, go to Go React. Go to Go React. I'm just not going to move it around. Go to Go React and orally present your speech. This needs to be done by 5 p.m. on October 31st, Saturday. Consider your first submission on Go React as a dress rehearsal, okay? So view your speech video, make note of the changes that you need to make. I've already mentioned this. The next day, on Sunday, go to Go React and record your speech again. This will be considered as final. And you need to do it by 5 p.m. on November 1st, okay? So the next day I will make a change. I'll just write it. 1 second here. Maybe I'll make the changes. 1 second. While you're here at it, I'll just edit. Uh-oh. All right. This will be considered as final. Please watch. Next thing is that you have to watch the your speech. 1 second here. I'm just going to submit. You have to, come on, it's taking. So next thing is, once you post your speech, you have to watch the speech videos of your peers. Your peers would have also posted their speech video. You need to watch at least 5 of them, 5 speech videos, profile speech videos by your peers, and then provide your comment. Okay, so I'm going to provide your comment, and you provide your comment. So this is what you need to do. Okay, let's say I'm just giving you an example here. I'm going to stop sharing this, and I'm going to go to this and go to Go React. Okay, so let's say, okay, I'm just going to give you an intro. Let's say, I'm just using this one, but you know that this is not the one. We're already done with this one. But let's say this is your profile speech, okay, and all students have submitted their profile speech. So you need to choose at least 5, okay, 5 peers, okay, and then you need to watch their profile speech, and this is what you need to do. You play the profile speech, okay. Once you have played the profile speech, you've heard the speech, I want you to make a video of your comment, okay. Heard the speech, this is what you need to do, okay. Okay, this is not going to, okay, this is not working right now because I'm actually on 3 cameras right now, so that's fine. So what you need to do is record your comments for your peer. In your comments, you have to mention how did the speaker connect with the audience, okay? So let's say just the speech that we heard from the 5-minute speech that we heard on YouTube. How do you think, if I were, I would say that audience connect. The speaker was able to connect with me through her description of a college campus, through her situations. I was able to see myself as a student there. So you hear the profile speech and you say how the speaker was able to connect with you. That's the first thing. The second thing that you have to say, what worked well in the speech? Okay, what do you think worked well? The content was excellent. The eye contact was excellent. The delivery was good. The whole arrangement of the speech was interesting, or the idea of the speech was fabulous. Okay, whatever you think the speech, what do you think worked well in the speech, and what do you think could have been better? Maybe say you should have more eye contact, or maybe say you need to work on developing your conclusion. Your conclusion just seemed very abrupt. Whatever you think should be will enable the speaker to improve his or her speech, you need to provide those comments. Okay, and you should be doing it as a video, so you should be able to 1 second here. Here we go. All right, so you should be able to then record your response and submit it. So every speaker will have a little bit of a goodie bag. There'll be comments from me, and there'll be comments from the audience. Okay, so I hope that is clear. Again, I am going back to your here we go. I'm going back to the requirement here, repeating it for the last time. This week, go get into your online book, read chapter 4, section 17, which talks about the importance of practice in delivery. Go to PowerPoint from the instructor. See the PowerPoint. I have all the information that you need for your profile speech. Start preparing for your profile speech. Hopefully by this time you will see this whole video. You'll see the 5-minute video of a speaker that have posted a 5-minute speech video as you've seen, and you see what are the expectations when you write a story about yourself. Okay, so you'll get some ideas from that. I'll also post a sample profile speech. Okay, a written sample of profile speech. Okay, so you'll get some ideas. Start writing, choose any theme, any one theme. I repeat, it could be disguise, it could be silence, it could be resilience. Choose any one theme and start writing your story. 500 words is all that you need. Okay, you need to have an introduction, you need to have a body, and you need to have a conclusion. All right, so once you've written it all out, you go to discussion week, to discussion forum. You click this, and I have my instruction here. So you go here and click reply, and you post your speech. Okay, so the next thing that you need to do, so once the speech is posted, by that time you should be rehearsing, revising it a number of times so that you're able to deliver it. Now, next thing, after this, you immediately go to Go React. Go to Go React, and I'm going with you so that you know exactly. So I'm going to stop sharing here. Go to Go React, yeah. Okay, so I need you to go to Go React and go to your class, and right where it is dress rehearsal, I assume it's Saturday. Okay, by 5 p.m. go here, click this, create your speech video, go follow the instructions that I have on the video, go at the back with lighting and everything, all that. Within 5 minutes, present your profile speech. Okay, that's done. Okay, you're done that day. Next day by 5, review your speech. Okay, you can do it on Saturday itself. Review speech, note what are the changes that you need to make. Okay, if you think your speech was perfect on Saturday, just post the same thing. If you think no, you need to make changes, all right, this is your final take. Go on Saturday by 5 p.m. you post your final speech. Okay, once you've posted your speech, give it about an hour. By that time, everybody by around 5 p.m. you will see everybody has posted their speech. Okay, then read. I'm not read, but here, go click. I'm just using this as an example. Let's say this is the profile, all the profile speeches. Pretend that these are all the profile speeches. Here, choose at least 5 speakers. Okay, so let's say you choose Mohammed. You hear his speech, right? Then you go to this part where it says video. You hit video and you hit record, and this is record, and you start recording your feedback. Okay, say how Muhammad was able to connect with you in his speech. What led you to connect? What led you to have a bond with the audience? How did Muhammad adapt through the audience? Okay, next thing, say what worked out well in his speech. Say what could have worked out better in his speech. Okay, it doesn't matter how long it is. Maybe you should be able to give him a feedback in 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes. Okay, and then you hit finish. You hit finish, your response is recorded. I'm going to just delete this. Your response is recorded, and then you move on to the next speaker. You got to do at least 5 profile speeches, review and post your video comments. Okay, so that's it. That is it. Okay, so I think I'm done. It's almost 11 o'clock. So that's it, class. If you have any questions, you know my number, you know how to reach me. I can come on Zoom. I can always talk to you. Any questions? So here we have a student, Amara. Amara, any questions for me?
No, not at the moment, no.
Okay, not at the moment. All right, you have my number and everything. Thank you for joining us, Mara. And that's it. Good night. I hope this is all being recorded on or live on YouTube. So I'm going to send all of you the link. This everything is now being recorded. So if you haven't watched, I'm sure Amara is the only one. And it was not mandatory at all. It was just by invitation. If you are free, pop in and say hi. I guess I would have never met Amara like face to face otherwise. So yeah, I'll probably be doing this every week, and it's up to you. If you're up and you want to come to class, come and talk to me, chat with me. Otherwise I'm just going to post the recorded lecture. All right, thank you. Bye bye. Good night.
Bye, good night.